Our first side trip away from Amtrak is to the historic town of Abilene, Kansas. Abilene is one of those nice Middle America small towns that is steeped in history and full of friendly residents. The buildings are well maintained, and that timeless, wholesome feeling that this is a great place to live is evident from the preserved Victorian houses to the old downtown business district. The biggest attraction in Abilene is the Eisenhower Museum Center, which includes Dwight D. Eisenhower's boyhood home, the Eisenhower Research Library, the museum, and the chapel, which is the Eisenhower burial site. Inside the museum is a wealth of dynamic and historic displays of the Eisenhowers, which take you through a lifetime of achievement, including Dwight's military career as Supreme Commander of all Allied forces during World War II, and of course 2 terms as President of the United States. There's even a large section dedicated to Mamie Eisenhower that includes her famous gowns and other aspects of her life. The hometown hero has been done proud by the people of Abilene and Kansas in this fantastic museum, which is a must for every visitor to Kansas. Dwight and Mamie Eisenhower often traveled by train, since Mamie did not care for air travel. This rare piece of film shows them traveling on a Santa Fe train as they make a quick stop in Amarillo, Texas in 1963. The Eisenhowers give a warm greeting to those gathered at the station, and former President Eisenhower even takes time to answer some questions and sign some autographs for his admirers. Seeing the Eisenhowers on the Santa Fe train brings us to our main reason for visiting Abilene, which is trains. The Abilene and Smoky Valley Railroad operates a 10-mile round trip from Abilene to Enterprise, Kansas, on the former Rock Island Railroad trackage. As we leave Abilene, we pass the Pacific-type steam locomotive that this nonprofit group hopes to restore to active service in the near future. With a vintage diesel, historic wooden passenger coach, open gondola, and caboose, the train provides day trips and dinner train rides throughout the operating season.
We acquired through a gift from Union Pacific 5 miles of line from Abilene to Enterprise, Kansas. We then purchased the remaining rail from Enterprise to Woodbine, Kansas. Abilene and Smoky Valley Railroad was started in 1993. It's a not-for-profit organization. We were just an idea in 93. We're going through now the valley of the Smoky Hill River. The Chisholm Trail brought hundreds of thousands, even millions of head of longhorn cattle to Abilene, Kansas shortly after the Civil War. Abilene, Kansas was the jumping off spot for cattle being shipped to Chicago and other East Coast markets.
Besides seeing historic Abilene from the train and Kansas scenery, one of the landmark locations on the railroad is the bridge over the Smoky Hill River. The Smoky Hill River was once an important watering location for the Texas to Kansas cattle drives in the Wild West days, as cattle were then taken to market by the railroads from Abilene. Another interesting attraction in Abilene that the train passes is the old Parker Carousel, which is located at the Heritage Center. This historic carousel was once operated with a steam engine, but today it's easier to use electricity. Abilene and Smoky Valley Railroad and Abilene itself make an attractive destination for all ages to enjoy. We have rejoined our Amtrak train as we travel westward through central Kansas in the pre-dawn hours at speeds near 90 miles per hour through most of Kansas.